Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today our topic is Internet of Things. Things connected using an internet is called an Internet of Things. Things connected by using an internet, it is called, simply we can call it as, it is called Internet of Things. It is an informal way of defining an IoT. Let us define IoT in formal way in upcoming slides. So it is the overview of this session. First one is introduction, and next one is components involved in working of IoT, and then the applications of IoT, and then advantages and disadvantages of IoT. It is the overview of this particular session. So let us define the IoT in a formal way. There are many definitions for an IoT. One of the simple definition is IoT is a network of physical objects that contain embedded technology to communicate and sense or interact with their internal states or external environment. It is the formal way of defining IoT. IoT is a network of physical objects that contain embedded technology to communicate and sense with their internal states or external environment. It is the formal way of defining IoT. So let us see the various components involved in the working of IoT. Those components are the sensors and devices, connectivity, data processing, and user interface. It is the end interface. These are the components involved in working of IoT. By knowing these components, we can able to understand the working of IoT in detail. So let us see one by one. Sensors or devices. What are sensors? A sensor is used to collect the data from the environment. They are used to collect the data from the surrounding environment. These devices, sensors, consists of energy modules, power modules, RF modules, and sensing modules, etc. RF modules manage communication through their signal processing, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, Bluetooth, radio transceiver, and duplexer. Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. Here we are using the term called duplexer. And what is meant by duplexer? The same antenna is useful for both transmission purpose and reception purpose. Then that antenna acts as a duplexer. Okay. And next one, the sensing module manages sensing through assorted active and passive measurement devices. Simply, the sensor used to collect the data. Simply, it is the sense. What is sensor? A sensor used to collect data from the surrounding environment. And next one, it could be a simple temperature monitoring sensor. The sensor may be anything. So it could be a simple temperature monitoring sensor, or it may be in the form of video feed, etc. A device may have various types of the sensors. A device has various types of the sensors which performs multiple tasks apart from sensing. Example for device is mobile phone. A mobile phone is also one of the device which has multiple sensors like GPS, camera, etc. So we have different types of the sensors available. So we have, based on the output, we have analog sensors and digital sensors, and based on the data type we have the scalar sensors and vector sensors. Let us see the sum of the sensors. It is a pressure sensor, it is a ultrasonic distance sensor, it is a tilt sensor, it is a infrared motion sensor, and it is a analog temperature sensor. So it is a camera sensor. These are the various types of the sensors, and based on the output and based on the data type we have analog, digital, scalar, and vector sensors. Okay. Next one, the first step is the sensor will collect the data from the surrounding environment, and the second step involved in the working of IoT is the connectivity. So the sensors will collect data now. So this collected data is sent to cloud infrastructure. It is called connectivity. It is the second stage in working of IoT. So this collected data is sent to a cloud infrastructure by using mobile or satellite networks, that is Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, WAN, etc. And next one, data processing. It is the third step. It is the third step involved in the working of IoT, the data processing. So After collecting data is sent to cloud infrastructure, we have to process the data. So that software, we are using particular software, that software will performs the processing on the gathered data. So the process may be checking the temperature, reading on devices like AC or heaters, etc. It is just an example. So the first step is collecting the data. The collecting data is done by using the sensors. After that, the collecting data is sent to cloud infrastructure. It is second step. And third step is after collection of the data is sent to cloud infrastructure, we have to perform the operation on that particular data by using different types of the software. It is the third step. So after that, it is the user interface. It will be the end interface. It is the final step in the working of a IoT. So the information needs to available to the end user in some way, which can achieved by triggering alarms on their phones or sending them notification through email or text message, etc. It is the end interface. So for example, if a user detects any changes in the temperature of a refrigerator, here I am considering the example of a refrigerator. If user detects any changes in the temperature of a refrigerator, with the help of IoT technology, the user should be able to adjust the temperature with the help of their mobile phone. So it is the end interface. It is the last step performed by the IoT devices. So we have to choose the interface which actively check their IoT system. It is a very important in case of IoT. We have to choose the interface. That is, we have to choose the end interface which actively checks their IoT systems. So the interface plays a very important role in the working of a IoT. These are the main 4 steps in order to understand the working of the IoT. The first one is a sensor collects the data, and then the collected data is sent to cloud infrastructure. After sending the data to cloud infrastructure, we have to process that data by using different types of the softwares. After that, we have to after that, the user interface will be the 4th stage. It will be the last stage. It will just triggering alarms on their phones or sending them notification through email or text message by using an internet. Here in Internet of Things, IoT is the main requirement. So the entire thing works based upon the internet only. So internet is the main requirement here. So here, by sending the messages or text messages or email by using the internet only. So next one, IoT applications. So let us see some of the applications involved in the IoT. The first one is smart thermostats. These are the smart thermostats. The smart thermostats that can be used with home automation, and these are responsible for controlling the home's heating, ventilation and air conditioning, etc. And next, second application will be the activity trackers. These are the activity trackers. It helps us to capture the heart rate pattern, calorie expenditure, activity levels and skin temperature on your wrist. So these are the activity trackers. It is the one of the application of the IoT. And the next application will be the smart outlets. Remotely turn on any device on and off. These are useful for turning on any devices on and off automatically. It also allows you to track a device energy level and get custom notifications directly into your smartphone by using internet. So these are the smart outlets. And next one is a parking sensor. It is also one of the application for the IoT. IoT technology helps the users to identify the real-time availability of parking spaces on their phone. So these are just used to identify the parking spaces. Okay, the IoT technology will help the drivers just in order to identify the parking spaces. So it reduces the time of the drivers also. And next one is smart city. And what is smart city? The IoT solutions in the area of smart city solve traffic congestion problems. It will reduce the noise and pollution and help make cities safer. So various operations included are various operations performed by smart city. The smart city offers traffic management, water distribution, waste management, urban security and environment monitoring, and smart street lighting and smart parking. So all these smart city is going to offer all these activities. And next one is smart home. So it is one of the major application nowadays we are using by using an internet. most of the houses will become smart houses today. So, and what is a smart home? So the smart home encapsulates the connectivity inside your homes. It includes smoke detectors, home appliances, light bulbs, windows, door locks, etc. Everything in your home will be connected by using an IoT device. It is a smart home. And connected health. It facilitates real-time health and monitoring and patient care. It helps in improved medical decision making based on the patient data. So it will monitor the health of the patients by the doctors automatically by using the IoT devices. So next, these are the some of the applications of IoT. Let us see some of the advantages involved in the IoT. So the first advantage is the technical optimization. And what is this technical optimization? IoT technology helps a lot in improving technologies and making them better. So let us see one example. With the IoT, a manufacturer is able to collect the data from various car sensors. The manufacturer analyzes them to improve its design and make them more efficient. It is the example. What is technical optimization means? If a manufacturer is able to collect the data from various car sensors, and then after that the manufacturer will analyze them in order to improve the design and make them more efficient in order to attract the customers. So it is one of the major advantage of the IoT. And the next advantage is the reduced waste. IoT offers real-time information leading to effective decision making and management of resources. It will be the another advantage of IoT. And next advantage is improved customer engagement. IoT allows you to improve customer experience by detecting problems and improving the process. And disadvantages. Every system has its own advantages and disadvantages. IoT has also some of the disadvantages. The disadvantages is privacy and the complexity. What is privacy? The use of IoT exposes a substantial amount of personal data in extreme detail without the user's active participation. This creates a lot of privacy issues. Sometimes the IoT will create a lot of privacy issues. And so the design of IoT system is also quite complex. So moreover, it is a deployment and maintenance is also not very easy. So the designing of the IoT system is also quite complicated, and we have to require the experts in order to design the IoT systems effectively.